what we really believe for journey management is that context is really, really important. And so when you're thinking about how you want to structure your journeys and how you want to take all your research and deliver this back to impact, like we said at the beginning, context is super important. Numbers alone can't always just do this. And so taking a look at how Brian structured it in terms of the higher level of fidelity and how it is that we're looking at starting with this, big, beautiful picture and backing it up with data. This aligns really, really well with how we look at the different levels of journeys that we look to roll up. And so when we're working with customers, when we're trying to coach and give suggestions of how it is you may want to build out your journey management practice, or looking at just getting started with kind of using journeys and thinking in a journey management centric way, what we always recommend is thinking about your different levels of Zoom as you're thinking about your journey. So the first level, that high fidelity level, like Brian mentioned, we think of as your L0 level, this end-to-end journey level where you're getting that 50,000 foot view. It gives a nice snapshot of everything that's going on across your organization or the slice of your organization that you're looking through. So these can be like customer lifecycle journeys, which we'll highlight. And then as you go deeper, going into the L1 level, you can see they're broadening, because of how we look at this as we think about the pyramid is each level is getting backed up by more and more information. So we go from an L0, which is high level, to an L1, which we think of as more of a macro level journey. So this could be a goal journey like, hey, here's my purchase experience, if we're thinking about using that example. And then taking that a level deeper. So the L3 journey. So, okay, we've started with just the overarching journey. Now we're getting deeper and deeper, and we're getting into the idea of like an actual task journey, this L2 journey, which is the idea of buying a phone online. And then lastly, our source journeys, which are how do we look at the individual customer experience and really, really, really dig into those to understand the key insights so that we can ladder those all the way back up to that L0, so that we have that nice flow that Brian mentioned, which is that high level fidelity backed up by a lot of different insights and data and research that we can really drive to an impact. And so we wanted to share this. We have some examples that we'll take you through. But as you're thinking through all this, I always like to mention this. Brian put this in his slides, but this comes from our co-founder, Martin. And I always like to say this to all of our clients. As you're thinking about all of this, always remember, think big, start small, scale fast. You don't have to boil the ocean at once. We can work on this with you together. So I always just like to reference that. It was so cool to see Brian show this. So this idea is what we really want to take you through today, is how you can look at structuring these journeys in a new way and start to roll up your journeys based on some of the updates that we've made.